Yo, what is up YouTube? We are back with another video, and today we're just doing a simple unboxing and light review of a flashlight, a headlamp actually. What I have here in front of me are two headlamps that I've had for a while. I'm not exactly sure where this came from. It's halogen. I can't understand where it came from, but it's very cheap, very plasticky, probably bought at a Dollar Tree or something. I have no idea. Secondly, I have this here. It looks a whole lot more professional, more well built and whatnot. It's called a Quantum. I'm not sure if it's name brand or not, but it still looks pretty cheap, to be honest with you. And had this for a while too, and my dad actually bought this because he was jealous of my original headlamp. I've been using, basically cheap flashlights most of the time that I needed light in the dark, and I just switched to a headlight similar to this one. They used 3 AAA batteries in the back, like that. These are a whole lot better because oftentimes my dad would be doing something and would need illumination, and he called me over to hold the light, and I hated that. I gave him this, and it was incredible. It was just incredible. Well, actually, I gave him my headlight, so I was so happy when he bought his. And then sometime along the way, this stopped working. It had incredible corrosion in here. Some little thing on Google suggested using lemon juice on a napkin or water on a napkin and basically getting rid of that. I tried a little something. I didn't quite get rid of everything, but I thought it was just going to work because it worked. That's exactly what happened with my my flashlight, my headlight, and it worked fine actually, and I was surprised. So I tried it here, but obviously it's still not working. I put new batteries in it, and it's not working. So I'm not sure exactly. I mean, it could be a short, and you could troubleshoot these. You could bring them back to life. But either way, I still don't like, me personally, I don't like the idea of using batteries and having to switch them out all the time, especially if I'm camping, which I plan to be camping in the next week actually. I plan to be on a camping trip, and I don't want to have to keep replacing the batteries in my flashlight. So hopefully this time around I can do something a bit different. And let me introduce you to the FFEXS LED USB rechargeable headlamp. I usually use eBay, by the way. The reason why I wanted to go through Amazon is because Amazon tends to have products that are name brand as opposed to whatever you can find on eBay that's so cheap and from China. Don't get me wrong, the majority of things that are sold, period, or manufactured are made in China, but I mean like literally coming straight from China as opposed to at least an American company or something, like, something that doesn't come directly from Shenzhen, China. So that's why I decided to go through Amazon instead. For some reason I'm not sure why, but I hardly ever use Amazon, so I don't really know much about it. So the package came a little bit beat up here, as you can see, and besides that, I'm satisfied that it at least looks legit, like it looks like something real. Let's go ahead and get this open. So we're just gonna go down some of the specs. This is a USB rechargeable headlamp. I love the idea of that, because as I'm camping, what I plan on doing is actually just recharging this off of a battery bank, and that would be recharged off of a solar panel. So I really want to get into the self-sufficient style of camping and making sure that I literally have everything that I need, and then I'm not reliant on even going to the store and getting batteries in that manner. So that's why I love this idea. Now this company, they're a very small company. They make fitness products for indoors and outdoors, and they also make flashlights and headlamps. What comes in the box is basically the headlamp itself. Decently packaged enough, I guess you could say. It's kind of loose. It's not that big a deal. I got this for $9. And this is my first impression, by the way. And quite frankly, just feeling this right now, I don't know if something needs to be done right now, but this feels incredibly cheap. And maybe this doesn't have to be too sturdy, but oh my gosh, wow, that feels incredibly cheap. It comes with a 1200 milliamp hour battery. I got this for $9 on Amazon, and I was originally gonna get something for $11. I decided to opt for this because I was like, let me see how much money I could actually save and see how legitimate of a product I can get for something like this. Just first impression, I think they pay too much attention to the aesthetic and not to the actual function of the product itself here. Now, this cable, I was thinking, oh wow, this is a great deal because I'm getting it with a cable. First of all, I'm surprised it doesn't have a brick. It just comes with a cable, so that's interesting. Micro USB. see if there's any charge in the battery. Oh yeah, there's some charge in there. Comes with 5 modes. It's supposed to be bright, medium, strobe. Oh, there's no low. Okay, I guess it's just bright, medium, and strobe. And then it's red light and red strobe. But yeah, you know, this is super cheap. You guys can go ahead and get this off Amazon. I see it for $11. I got mine for $9. And even though I got it for $9, I still ended up spending like over $12 just because of tax. So thanks a lot, Amazon. They do say it is waterproof. They do say it is like shock resistant or something like that. They say this is 160 lumens. My flashlight was 140 lumens. So I was hoping that I'd get a great deal here because I paid $14 for my first one, and that was 140 lumens. Although I do think that the build quality was a bit better. Besides that, I do like the buttons. They're nice and grippy, whatnot. It's kind of cool. Very tactile. You don't have to look at it, you know, in order to see what you're doing or to know what you're doing. Like, it's one size fits all. Obviously, most of these things are. Now, I was going to get this. I was going to get an $11 model of a different brand, but I opted for this because I wanted to see how much money I could save. But considering the fact that I was looking at that price tag, it wasn't exactly accurate, and you know, I guess I would have spent more money anyways. But it's just just to think that I didn't think I was going to spend over $10 if I came this direction, and I spent over $12. So never like that. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I would never do that if I was selling something. So instead of buying batteries, what I'd love to do, there's a little flap here for your USB single slot. The ideal thing that I would love to do is this cable. To me, honestly, does feel cheap, but we'll see. I guess I'll see, and I'll make a follow-up review on how well it holds up. What I would love to do is, similarly to my phone, just be able to plug this into my little bank, beat up bank, because it's got some miles on it, and just be able to charge this bad boy up, you know, in the daytime and use it at night, never have to worry about batteries. Actually just ordered another one of these banks, and that bank, I will be able to connect to a solar panel and charge. Actually, I can connect this to a solar panel and charge, but I'll be reviewing also a solar panel and a battery bank as well. So you guys can go ahead and like and follow FFEXS online or Effects on Facebook. They don't seem to have a website. They're a very small company apparently. Products are interesting, cheap, but they work. Red light here for the charge. I'll say I am a little bit disappointed that it is this cheap looking. Hopefully it is waterproof, but I'm not really feeling like testing that. We'll see how well it holds up, and I would say it does fit well. It does feel pretty good on my head. If I wear it for a longer period of time, obviously the back of it is not very cushioned, or you know, feels very good for your head. I think they tried, but they did a poor job. It will leave a mark on my particular head after wearing it for 45 minutes, if that. This is obviously not something that you have to wear all night or anything like that. You can just whip it out of your pocket whenever you need it, and if it's snugly in your pocket, not too much bulk at all, but you know, you'll definitely notice it's there. You're not going to forget that it's in your pocket. And just the mechanism is surprisingly very easy to move, and I think that it will not be the most secure thing on your head, so I wouldn't suggest it for jogging. Maybe it'll be okay if you're just like a really light jogger or something, but if you're really running or hiking or like hustling through the bushes or whatever, then this thing is definitely not the most sturdy fit in the world. I'd say it's very good for, you know, doing things around the house, fixing your car or something like that. You need some extra light. They say it's for sports and things of that nature, maybe at night, definitely not. You know, it's interesting that they try to market it as if it's something good for something like that. Maybe if you're just slowly walking through the woods, then you can make it work, but it's definitely not for any high action activity. Besides that, the lighting is pretty sufficient actually. 160 lumens is good enough. All the functions, the red light and the bright white light, do work simultaneously, so it's interesting. You can create a light show with this bad boy. It has no sensors or anything, no computer for sensing how much light there is. It has no automatic functions. It's just a standard headlight. As far as runtime, battery runtime, Quite frankly, I don't see anything here on Amazon. I'm not sure because I don't see anything regarding, geez, that's weird. It's just kind of disappointing that I can't verify any information about the runtime. So that definitely deducts points. It's good for what it can do, and I have no complaints based on the fact that it is so cheap. I don't think you can get something that's name brand for this price or something that's off brand at this quality. An interesting position that it holds. So that's about it for my unboxing. So comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this headlight. Subscribe to see more content and better content. See you guys in the next one. Peace.